All right. What are we doing today? So this is my NextJS Sanity CMS React 3 Fiber experience that I have modeled and programmed. Today, I am trying to make some performance optimizations because I'm an idiot and did not, or just made some poor decisions, I guess. And yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement. So I'm trying out Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and I'm in Cursor and using Agent. So every time I've used AI with my projects, I didn't ever like to use Composer or agents or anything because I just lose track of what the code base even is. So I like to just ask it simple questions like, how do I do this or that? And I'll like kind of make the decision on how to implement it and or manually implement it myself, without just like spamming the apply button essentially. But now I feel like I want to give the agent a shot and like try this new workflow and see how much the code base like changes based on the AI, and whether or not I can kind of still keep track or sort of understand like, the code that's being written and that it's correct, because there's a lot of stuff. So this morning I already got started with implementing a few things. I had some memory leaks with how I was doing the kind of looping animations for my vehicles. So I've sort of updated that. As you can see here, I don't know if it's going to come across in the stream. Let me move this over here. But it's still a little jittery. We're getting really bad frame rates. We have a lot of post-processing effects being stacked on top of each other. You can see it like really tanks. So we gotta resolve that. I wanted to just get everything here, and this is still not even everything. I still need to add a bunch more models, but I'm gonna instance them, so it should technically be okay. But I think I'm at a spot now where I need to revisit optimizations and just make some changes here, or some improvements. So I had the agent actually build me this little performance comparison tool, which is all the way down here on the bottom left. And what it's doing is it will take a baseline. When I click that, it needs like a loading state, but it is doing it. There you go. So we got a baseline of 19 frames per second, frame time 52, and then also the heat, which is insane. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. And then as I kind of like make changes to the code, I want to see whether or not what we're doing is actually improving things or what, right? And so I have this like take current, and when I click that, it's going to take the current performance and kind of show the difference and basically the FPS improvements and whatnot. So we do see like that there's some degradation happening over time that we need to fix. And the first thing I actually want to do is just test out whether or not like how much well, we already know the post-processing is like causing a lot of issues, especially Bloom. But I do want to figure out how much are things really just messing it up. Yeah, so these are the new components that I had my little Claude agent built me, which is kind of nice. I would have definitely added, I'm not going to get too caught up like improving this tool because this technically does also exist just in Chrome, but I thought it was nice for it to build that component for me. Okay, so the first thing I feel like the most costly here is probably going to be Bloom. So what we're going to do is, actually, I should have taken, there's a bit of a flaw in how, I guess I would have to like, I don't know, store it or something. So already we've jumped to, well, it's still like all over the place. Let's see. Taking the baseline here. We're just gonna remove all of these maybe. I think that, yeah. I just want to see how, just like monitoring FPS at this point, how it changes kind of as I'm disabling a lot of these things. It's much better without the depth of field. Way better without the depth of field for sure. Let's get rid of the brightness, contrast, hue, saturation stuff. I mean, the scene instantly just looks not great, but now we're hitting 50, 7 to 52. That initial drop is like really bad still. It's way better now. Yeah, way better. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So here's the baseline. It also doesn't help that I'm like, oh my God, that I'm using, someone just jumped upstairs. That I'm using Arc, which is notoriously, like, I don't know, it just has some issues with it, I guess. Okay. I just want to see like what this actually is doing. So let's go to here. Let me remove some of this context. What does this mean? I've been trying to use Claude 3.7 for like a while, but it kept just saying it's busy or whatever, or that like there's too many people using it. So I gotta like use it at a weird time. Your scene was running at 30 frames per second. Each frame took about 33 milliseconds to render. JavaScript was using about 668 megabits of memory. Current, now running at 29. Each frame now takes about. FPS decreased slightly. Heap increased. Performance regression, definitely. Despite the much higher frame time, your FPS only dropped slightly. This suggests that your running might be using request animation frame, which caps at your monitor's refresh rate, or there might be frame skipping happening to maintain the target frame rate. There's a small increase. Did you add a new feature or objects to your scene? Inefficient code. Might have introduced inefficient calculations or rendering. Absolutely. Technically, the agent did that, not me. Repeat the task. It has to be in these. So animated plane, car, and then the tractor. It's not a truck, it's a tractor. My guess is that it might be for your animated vehicle. I see several potential performance concerns. Yeah, I think it's definitely there's something to do with for 500 points for visualization. Well, no, that's my leva. Okay, that's an issue. I don't need 1,000 points. Let's just sample like 200. I need to somehow make this stuff reusable because I'm doing the same thing across all my animated objects. Okay, so let me go to my car. What's that? Animated car. Speed, use ref. In animated plane, you're using lerp for smooth transitions. While this creates smoother motion, it adds computational overhead. I mean, I kind of need it. Or matrix during animation can lead to garbage collection pauses, which would explain the frame time skips. Optimize curve creation. Reduce sampling points. Let's apply this one to my plane. And the sampling points is at 200. Yeah. I don't have the path visualizers on. Feels smoother. It's not skipping as much. But it feels better. My tractor's glitchy. It does sort of feel better. Let's take the current. Oh, I should have done this whole thing. Not even using the tool I made. Frame time. The thing is, I'm not even... Okay. So I think it's okay. I might have to do the look development more in Blender and less in post-processing, maybe. Let's look at the main scene now. So I still have the vignette here. How much is that really affecting our look? So like technically right now, there's just no post-processing. Just raw. We'll see. We'll see if this actually moves the needle for us. But oh, because now there's just no effects. Oh, good. Turn off the fog for a second as well. Something is not right. I guess turning off my post-processing is going to require a little bit more work here. Why is everything blue? That's green. Main scene. Why is everything... Here's what I'm going to do. Let's go back and enable everyone. Whoops. Okay. Gotta do this manually. That's kind of absurd. Why won't it let me do all of them? I'm just gonna delete it in a second, but I am going to at least... This is ridiculous. All right. So let's just save this for a second, and I'm gonna take a calculation or a measurement right here, and then just paste it somewhere, I guess. I don't know if this component like is storing the base calculation in like my local storage or something. Okay. Is everyone back? It doesn't look like my bloom and everything, like everyone's just gone now. What happened? Interesting. No, my bloom is there. Oh, there's just no fog. That's why. It's crazy how much of a difference adding a fog makes. I mean, it's kind of like like overlaying everything. Okay, so here we are at 17 frames per second, which is sick. That's a good. Okay, so that's what we're working with. I'm gonna copy that. Where do I put this? Just gonna like open up, I don't know, text edit or something. I'll just do like, I'll just put it in there for now. Okay. Now I'm going to just delete everybody. It's pretty aggressive. We'll keep the fog. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. Keep that. We'll keep that. And then I'll also get rid of this. These are the leva controls, technically. And what else do we need to get rid of? No, that's all. Did I save? All right, let's recompile this, see what's going on. Where's this blue coming from? The fog? No. Oh, I think in my provider, there's something in here. We don't need that. What? Who's responsible? Cloud, is it? No, it's not the clouds. Background. Blur, intensity, that's all correct. Use frame for the clouds. That's probably not great. But we'll keep it for now. Why? I just see blue in my main scene when I remove all of my processing effects. I think I know I added something somewhere. Wait, I need to add oh. No. No. It's just this. It's just my scene transition. Wait, do I have a use effect or something that is causing that? It might be in my store. Let's see. Scene. What was it called? Scene transition or something? Scene transition. I don't remember what this. Oh, right. Right. I don't recall what the point. It's not making sense. How can adjust the environment's background property to false if you don't want it to render a background? Fine-tune the post-processing. No, that's not it, dude. Based on my analysis, I've made 2 key changes. No. I guess it always just maybe in my scene store also, and scene transition. I don't know, maybe it's those files. I literally don't have anything else though. Oh, that's why? Conditionally render based on transition prop. It was the solution. Oh, that's weird. Okay. What, it was just like there the whole time? Did it add, this is the thing, why I don't like this agent. What did you change? Okay, now it's the raw scene, I guess. Main scene, performance, okay. The fog is still here. I'll remove that for a sec. And maybe also remove this piece. Okay. Now this is like as raw as it can get. And theoretically as smooth and stable as it can get. So this is a good spot. 85. Let's take the current right now. And see what's going on. I mean, massive improvements, right? So, clouds. So I think as much as I wanted to go ham on my post-processing stuff, so that's an issue also, is my hover is all crazy. Yeah, like it really tanks. Let's reload and see how this degrades as I hover over something. All right, taking a baseline once again. And then I'm gonna go over here and hover over this guy. What is the result? Yeah, it really just crashes on you. Why is that happening? Okay. Let's refresh. So there's something up with, let's see if Claude can fix this. The first thing is I do want to main scene marker. Okay. Let's add a new context window here. View my main scene marker and evaluate why hovering over a marker for the first time causes a lag or performance issues. It's smooth after I try to hover again. This happens on when I first load the scene. Hover over a marker. Only the first time. Let's see how smart 3.7 is. First hover, lazy loading of the being loaded when it's first needed despite the call it the bottom marker component. When you hover over the first time, the system needs to load the 3D model, create materials, set up like when a marker is hovered, you're dynamically creating. Yes, I am. Your use when callback is updating multiple values in every frame. Yeah. Yeah, to the top of the file to ensure it runs immediately when the module is imported. Change light intensity to state ref to avoid triggering. Yes. Optimized handling. Updates, always rendering lights. Oh, okay, that's why. Adding additional if you still... I mean, I do want to use a light on it. I haven't baked any of my models or anything, so there's like just the raw materials in here. Whoa. Okay, thanks, dude. You just broke it. Damn it, AI. It like made it much worse. Whatever that change was. Well, now my hover is fucked. Now my hover doesn't work like it originally did. It should shine light when I hover over the marker, and then the light should disappear, turn off, I guess, when I hover out. And it also seems like, well, it's being mapped, so I thought that maybe see, like, it knows what to do, it just doesn't do it. It's too focused on just solving one problem, and when it makes changes, it doesn't take into account how it ripples across, or like, I don't know, preserve, I guess, what's supposed to actually happen. Hold on. Now it's just like messing with my values, which is making me nervous. The performance just like took a dive here. What the hell? Did not resolve my issue. Now all markers are changing when I only hover over one of them, first of all, and these changes have dramatically impacted my overall performance, bro. Oh, it's okay, buddy. Updating all markers and using an oh no.
No, okay. Thank you.
The monthly exterminator was here. All right, let's see what's going on. Is it stuck? It's really thinking about it. Optimize material updates. The marker component now only updates material properties when necessary with early returns. Skip. Remove unnecessary. Yes. Rendering. Light intensity. Added performance. Added a check to skip updates when nothing is hovered. Oh. Oh, it was like trying to calculate. Okay. It feels better, but I didn't catch whether or not on first page load that issue was happening. It sort of is, I think. Maybe there's just no way around it. No, it's not. Okay. The problem now is the tag or the title is, it looks like they're all changing. All right, that's easy enough. Where are we? Group, the HTML, the POI titles. Now that seemed to have fixed it. But now the POI.title are all changing when I only hover over one marker. So there's another thing that I need to make here. I'm gonna pop open Blender real quick. Jesus. I just got a new laptop. I can't wait for it to arrive so that my computer can handle this mess. So where is my marker? I never know where I put anything. Marker. Okay, so I want to change this marker to a, what do I want to change this to? To the logo, because I got a little badge logo. Oh. Well, buddy, what'd you change? POI. Why'd you remove the float? All right, let's read this. Perfect. I've made a significant architectural improvement to fix the issue where all marker tiles were changing colors. Created a dedicated POI marker component. Whoa. We have a POI marker component. Extracted the marker rendering logic into its own component. Each marker now has its own isolated state and animations. Isolate state per marker. Each marker now handles its own animation. Each marker now yes, CPU cycles. I'm just gonna accept the change and see what the hell it just did. It looks like it got rid of the floats for some reason. No, it's still there. Okay, it looks like it's working. The performance tank again. This is like the really frustrating part about this type of project is there's a little bit of a lag there. Let's see. Everyone's moving. Yeah. I think this lag is just sort of unavoidable. I think it's okay. I don't know how much it will be like. Let's start from the beginning, maybe. Okay. It's definitely an improvement, I will say that. The FPS really tanks when well, it's compiling right now. That's why it's unusually slow. The FPS tanks when you click on a... Uh-oh. It made... Ugh. Dude. Did you change? Oh, it's still compiling it. Why is it taking forever? All right, while that's going on, let's pull up the logo. Compiled. I think it just broke my routes somehow. What? Why was that so weird? There we go. I think I don't know what that was about. This is still working. That's still working. That's still working. All right, those are working nicely. That broke somehow? Dude. How would that break? Wait. God dang it. That seems so unrelated. I don't know why this is taking forever to compile. Shoot. The problem is I don't know what point that broke. Let's look at the deployed. Is this deployed? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, terrible performance on this puppy. Got everything cranked to a 10, that's why. It was happening in this version. No, this one works. So my sanity, I think my sanity needs to be recompiled maybe. I need to like mount these assets right away. Also, the spinning that I want is like a full rotation and then it changes. It's like decent once you get it going, but the first, it's because I'm not like loading anything, I guess. Is that the issue? Okay, well, we know my master is working. Actually, let's just see again. Yeah, it was just stuck. I think I just, it's so many assets to have to preload. I'm not going to work too much on this because I think we're like sort of changing directions with the experience. But I am happy with the performance improvements that we have. Now I think it's up to just the look development. So I'm gonna I need to change the badges here to that shape. So that's a whole other task that I'm not even gonna get into right now. Let's just build this. It's always good to, you know, try to build it after you make AI just completely obliterate your entire code base. There's a few other things I want to add. I want to conditionally render my main scene, my little performance monitoring stuff. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, I'm in markers. Okay. This. How do you do that? I always blank on like the most basic stuff. How did we do it here? I check if we're in, I don't need any of these. Okay, I mean, it builds, but let me, before we even get, actually, since this is a branch, I'll push it as is. Get, what do we do? Add a custom perf component, and we also remove post-processing marker updates. Yeah. Deploy that and see what happens. All right, back into, well, let me go into, I don't even know, what are my branches? Feature look dev is where I want to go. Is that, I mean, I should just click it, I guess. Perf optimization. All right. Let's go in here and, well, I guess the perf optimization is, I shouldn't have done that probably. Shoot. It's okay. Yeah, I do need like all the performance stuff, so that's fine. Okay. Now I'm back in here. Let's hit up the old post-processing stuff. It adds so many notes is kind of what I don't like. We don't need that. It also adds these stupid emojis, which like drives me a little crazy. Subscene. It's like it says it in the name, like in the code. I don't need. That's nice to know that it's a cubic easing, I guess. It's like calculate new position and target. It literally says new position, new target. So, I mean, I guess this is like a preload marker on mount. I'll leave that. Don't need that. Hover state. I don't know. Some of these are nice to have. Skip updates when not needed. Yes. Animate background color. Oh. Let's leave that. Whatever. Let's take a look at this. So right now the scene looks very stale. It doesn't look cinematic at all. I wonder if we could get to the same vibe just through tweaks to my environment and then tweaks to my environment and also fog. I don't know if we're ever really going to get that bloom though. Let's take a look at, let's do a little baseline. And I'm going to go and change. All right, I got tab central over here. Okay. Let's just work on dialing in our environment. I think preset suns, this is supposed to be Palm Springs. Dawn gives you just like everything is super cold. The thing is, like, I don't mind these presets. Whoa, it's like winter time. What even is this background? Oh, it's just like some sort of a wooded area. Oops. I wonder if I just need to like load in my own thing to really dial it in, you know? Okay, first, I think it is too bright. Let's look at our target, or it's not really our target, but like where we were. The blues are much nicer. It does have a smog vibe to it. I think that's my fog, potentially. Yeah, my fog was a little too crazy. If I just like move it out. The fog is descending. It's like Dune. Yeah. So there's a good like dynamic range going on here. The blooms add something to it. Especially on like these hovers. Also, this current, let's go this way. This current map is really nice because just look at the windows right there. Oh, that looks great. That pink that just reflects over it is nice. This massive white sun is a little hectic, but it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's some issues with that one. Let's go this way. Yeah, I'm just looking at the reflections to see if I do want to like change my environment map. This cloud density is like bothering me too. Okay, let's go back to our performance. Okay, so let's reduce the intensity to somewhere here. We're at 1.2. Background intensity. All right, we're at 1.2. And now let's bring back the fog as well. I was having issues with my fog color, I think. I mean, it already kind of brings you pretty close to what we had, except now we're at like, 85 FPS. But we don't got the bloom, so that's a bit of a bummer. Oh, there is... Wait, is that issue back? God dang it. No, it's... It's pretty smooth. It's a nice, quiet, peaceful town. Okay, a few things I do need to put in that's kind of heavy is I need a crane and an excavator over here. Don't ask me why, but that's what I need. I wonder if it's... Is it more taxing to bake in my animation with my model versus doing the Catmull curve, following a path? I don't know the answer to that. Also, since we've been making our changes... Oh no, it's still here. I've got this really awesome visualizer for, my path. Which is a little excessive, I will admit, but it's nice. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Let's see what happens when we bring in some post-processing effects. Because I think that we just need to do that. What is this cloud screw? Oh. We just memoized it? Why? I'm just gonna bookmark that. Okay, so let's bring in our effects composer. Did the imports? Oh well, it just doesn't have it. Bring in my bloom. So I need the bloom threshold. I just need the bloom. I'm just using intensity and threshold, I guess, here. Enable that. And enable this. Enable this. Enable this. Is that everything? Yeah. All right, we were at 70 roughly. Enter bloom, and we'll just see it tank probably. I mean, I hope not. Oh, I didn't connect my controls. Oh, 9. It's not the worst. Well, it's at 46. Eesh. Do we need fog if we are using bloom? I think we do. Oh, this is not. Let's remove the fog. We need just a hint of the fog is the thing. Like that much. That much. Right? The near should be at wherever it was. We'll do 1240. I'll keep all of those imports for now. Where's the fog? What did I change? The far? Okay. And I think I also want, yeah, like I gotta like adjust my cursor settings to like remove some of these things. My intensity is 0.2, that's fine. I don't know, maybe we just like stick to this and like what's more important, depth of field or bloom? Both have like a big impact on the scene and the look. The bloom makes it feel more real or more alive. Depth of field makes it look more not even cinematic, but like something. Be right back. All right, well, I gotta cut this short. I think I'm gonna stop here. Not happy with the FPS, especially if I'm gonna be adding a whole bunch of models. So what's the move? I think the move is really just gonna be, why it's not resetting. The move is gonna be to really think about whether or not I want that bloom for such a massive scene like this. And is it really moving the needle? I think it is. I think it is. Let me just increase the intensity and see what happens here. Something's up with cursor. Like, cursor's just bugging out these days. Like, it won't save. Why are you not saving? It's probably my computer. It's stuck. All right.